Yes, hi, Grenada. Welcome one and all. Welcome to another Mikey Live program, folks. It's been a very busy day out in the field today. I'm getting information. So many things have happened in the last, let's say, 12 hours here in Grenada. A lot to tell you about. Things, as we know it, have changed. And, of course, there is a curfew in effect. Persons are asked to stay inside as of 7 p.m. To 5 a.m. and there's even other restrictions from that time. A lot of that we'll be telling you about in a moment. Welcome to another Mikey Live program. This is News Discussed, Not Told. Of course, if you have not yet done so, we encourage you to share the program so that other people will know that we are alive. We have no horse in the race. There's nothing to benefit from anything when we give you the news. So, of course, we tell you things without fear, favor, or ill will. We just tell you as it is, people, so you can trust us whenever we give you information here on Mikey Live. Let's take a look at what's making the headlines for tonight, folks. Prime Minister announces limited state of emergency. We'll tell you the mechanics of that in a moment as well. Physical distancing protocol, we'll talk about that. Zone 4 Bus Association, before the announcement of the limited state of emergency, withdrew their services from the road and explained why. We'll talk to you about that as well. St. Mark man charged with attempted rape. That too we'll tell you about, as well as a St. George's man charged with non-capital murder. First COVID-19 case in Grenada is still hospitalized. We will talk about that, as well as, folks, we are hearing that a Grenadian have died in the U.S. of the COVID-19. We also heard that a Trinidadian has also died of the COVID-19 in the U.S. All right. Ian Allen, while we are talking about Trinidad and Tobago, last night in tears announced to the world that he has tested positive for the COVID-19. Crying on camera, he says, "I do not want to die." Of course, it sparked a lot of skepticism from his own countrymen and women as to the credibility of his story. We're going to talk about that. Grandma, 95 years old, is the oldest woman to recover from the coronavirus in Italy. And the communal credit union reaches out to its members. We'll tell you in what way. By the way, bummer, the tax deadline for March 2020 is not affected by the COVID-19. Meow. For those of you who were hoping that it was. So go and pay all the thing. We're coming back in a moment. Gotta let you know that the headlines was brought to you through the kind compliments of Digicel. And of course, it was also brought to you through the kind compliments of the good folks at Nawasa. We are coming back.
We enjoy the luxury of a quality water supply. But it can come to this. Have adequate storage.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom
for me and you.
I see friends shaking hands, saying, "How do you do?" They're really saying, "I love you." What a wonderful world.
Why not stay in, turn off the alarm clock, and sleep some more on your perfect mattress from Quartz? For the widest range of mattresses from the world's best brands, the best value guaranteed. Shop today and let our sleep experts help you to decide on the best option to suit your needs. At Quartz, we don't just sell mattresses, we're offering you the best night's sleep. So, sleep in a little on your new mattress from Quartz. Quartz, bringing value home.
Are Are you planning an event or looking to rent tents? Then call the tent experts at Waggy T Tent Rentals. We rent tents for all occasions. Tents in different colors, styles, and 25 different sizes, from as little as 10 by 10 to as large as 100 by 40. Call us at 439-TENT. That's 439-8368. Or visit our office at Frequente Industrial Park, Brannan, St. George. We are Grenada's tent people.
COVID-19 is an infectious disease caused by a new coronavirus introduced to humans for the first time. It is spread from person to person, mainly through the droplets produced when an infected person speaks, coughs, or sneezes. These droplets can land in the mouths or noses of people who are nearby. These droplets are too heavy to travel far in the air. They only travel approximately 1 meter and quickly settle on surfaces. This is the reason person-to-person spread is happening mainly between close contacts. The exact time that the virus can survive on surfaces is not yet known. So it is wise to clean surfaces regularly, particularly in the vicinity of people infected with COVID-19. Hands touch many surfaces, which can be contaminated with the virus. You should therefore avoid touching your eyes, nose, or mouth, since contaminated hands can transfer the virus from the surface to yourself. When coughing or sneezing, cover your mouth and nose with the bend of your elbow or use a disposable tissue. If a tissue is used, discard it immediately into a closed bin. The most effective way to prevent the spread of the new coronavirus is to clean your hands frequently with an alcohol-based hand rub or soap and water. This will eliminate the virus if it is on your hands. Stay healthy and prevent the spread of COVID-19.
All right, so it's important that you stay healthy and try your best to prevent the spread of the COVID-19. All right, so folks, we do not plan to keep it too long tonight, as usual. We're going to try to make it as snappy as possible. All right, now we have a few notices, a few things to tell you about, all right, and then we get into the hardcore news. Now, the general public, you're hereby informed that there are some changes with regards to operating hours from the Grenville Credit Union. The general public, yes, informed effective immediately. The Grenville Credit Union will be suspending operations at the Belmont branch at Belmont Estate in St. Patrick. In addition, on Saturday operations at the head offices on Jubilee Street, or head office at Jubilee Street, would also be suspended effective from Saturday 28th March until further notice. Further to this, the following are measures that will come into effect as of Friday 27th March. All right. Reduction in the work days to 3 days per week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And of course, the working hours will be adjusted as stipulated by the regulations relating to the current limited state of emergency. We also received a notice from Grenlec following the declaration of a limited state of emergency in Grenada on 25th March 2020. Grenlec is advising the general public about the closure of its headquarters and customer care centers effective 26th March to the 15th of April 2020. Now, during this period, the company is suspending disconnections for electricity accounts in arrears as well as all construction jobs. All right, meter reading will not be done in this period either, so many accounts will be estimated for the next billing cycle. Yeah, no, estimate me properly in that. All right. Customers can continue to call 237 for Grenlec's 24-hour telephone for, let's say that again. Customers can continue to call the 237 number for Grenlec's 24-hour telephone for emergencies and to report power outages. All right, now the 237 number can also be used for 24-hour bill inquiry services, and customers are asked to use available third-party and online banking payment services to make your payments to your account. Now, earlier, the communal cooperative credit union say that they're reaching out to their members in practical ways, and they say that's in light of the COVID-19 threat. Now, the communal credit union is taking measures, all right? They say they're trying to be proactive So they're taking these proactive steps to ensure that its members and all are, they get a little cushion. Now, the general manager, Lydia Courtney Francis, says they have observed the mounting expenses incurred by members as a result of the COVID-19, including the purchasing of extra food and medication and other supplies needed to safeguard members and their families from the virus. She said that she observes that businesses have been closing their doors, jobs have been lost or put on hold. And this development has been impacting the financial well-being of its members. They say that we have seen your position and decided to help you through this difficult time by making money available to you, the members. However, they are urging the members to exercise financial prudence and do not withdraw excess cash or access financing for which you do not have an immediate need. So in other words, be wise. Listen what they say now. Communal say that they're offering a line of credit loan to support day-to-day need. Loan moratorium for existing loans and a 3-month grace period on all new loans disbursed during this period in the first instance. Communal say that they will be contacting all pertinent members to check in on their financial situation. Well, how nobody will come yet? Hey, look here. Anyway, no serious, but on a serious note, this is needed. All right, we have posted that on our page, so you can check it out on our website, right? MikeyLive.com. Sometimes you see the website break because there are so many persons. It's a lot of load on the website. We have done everything we could to be able to handle the volume of persons visiting our website, but every time we try to adjust, you guys outdo us. So I'm sorry that there are times that you would realize that the website breaks, and it's because of the volume of persons. Now, the NLA, National Lotteries Authority, subject to recent developments regarding the measures that's been taken to fight the COVID-19, the NLA advises the general public that in the interests of its employees and the public safety, the following operational changes has been put into immediate effect. All right? Now, listen to this. All lottery sales at the NLA sub-offices and other authorized sales agents throughout the Tri-Island state and lottery draws are suspended until further notice. Therefore, all lottery tickets bought for future draws will be valid for whenever the draws are reopened, and all redemptions will be processed upon recommencement of sales by the NLA, and collection of settlements at agent locations will be calculated considering all transactions up to Wednesday, 25th March 2020, and will be collected in full by Friday, 27th March 2020 latest. Please be guided accordingly. Another important notice: the Inland Revenue Division wishes to advise the public that all tax deadlines and due dates for the month of March remain the same. There is no change to the deadline for the filing of personal income tax returns, which is on March 30th, and the annual stamp tax return deadline, which is on March 31st. All of Jedna. All of Jed. Whoa. So I mean, black man had to go and stand up in and kind of line there, 6 feet, 6 feet, 6 feet, 6 feet. We ended up all by the police station with a line in the dog. All the serious, sir. Anyway, let me read that one there. As indicated by the Prime Minister and Minister for Finance, Dr. Mitchell, in his recent national address on the measures government will embark on for the next 3 months in light of the COVID-19, corporation tax and annual stamp tax installment payments will be suspended for April, May, and June 2020. The IRD continues to take precautionary measures to safeguard its staff and taxpayers against the possible spread of the COVID-19 on the island, and reminds the public of the following. Individuals with flu-like symptoms should not visit the division. Well, I have flu-like symptoms, and it might go until about August. individuals with flu-like symptoms should not visit the division or any of the district revenue offices, including Garrick and Martinique. Arrangements are being finalized to facilitate online payments. Additional information will be provided shortly on this initiative, and they say to avoid crowding at the IRD, customers are encouraged to make use of the district revenue offices around the state and to file and pay taxes before the deadline. Additionally, there would be managed entry at the IRD, and they say that a tent has been set up on the outside on the carnage end with seating to control crowding within the building. Anyway, really that doctor here, Papa, have a cough. The Prime Minister today announced limited state of emergency. Of course, he says that this has become necessary because, in other words, we don't hear. You understand? So he said that this has become necessary and everyone, of course, needs to follow the guidelines as it relates to the limited state of emergency.
In this regard, therefore, I'm asking the Governor General to declare a limited state of emergency in Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique for the next 21 days. This will take effect from 6 p.m. today and will put a limit on the wide range of normal activities. Citizens will be allowed between the hours of 5 a.m. and 7 p.m. every day to leave their homes only to conduct certain designated activities. In the United Kingdom, where the disease is now galloping on a significant pace, and from which our first case and most other cases now in the Caribbean have come, there are now limitations and new sweeping powers given to the police. The restrictions call for everyone to avoid contact as much as is possible. What we are doing in Grenada is nothing less but necessary in the battle against this dreadful disease. Fellow citizens, friends all, these measures are not meant to punish anyone, but they are designed to ensure that this disease does as little damage as possible to the Grenadian people and the Grenadian economy.
Closure of businesses and exceptions. Number 5.1. Subject to regulation.
All right, so we were not ready for that yet. So yes, so that's the Prime Minister making the announcement that, hey, we are under a limited state of emergency. And of course, immediately following the Prime Minister's address, there were further explanation into what the regulations and the rules are. All right, and here are some of them.
And exceptions. Number 5, closure of businesses and exceptions. Number 5.1. Subject to Regulation 3.2, every non-essential establishment or business shall remain closed except for the following. A. Wholesale or retail grocery stores and commercial bakeries from 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. The first 2 shopping hours to be reserved for seniors, disabled persons, and essential workers. B. Doctors' offices, hospitals, or medical facilities. C. Pharmacies and medical supply establishments. D. Gas stations from 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. E. Hardware stores from 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. F. Hotels, excluding any spas, gyms, discotheques, and restaurants therein. However, such restaurants may offer takeaway or room service. G. Banks, credit unions, and money services businesses from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Mondays to Thursdays, and 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Fridays. H. commercial ports and related businesses from 6 a.m. to 5 p.m., subject to any variation by the Ports Authority. I. Airports subject to Regulation 10(1)(a). J. Commercial courier flights. K. Drive-through or takeaway food vendors from 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. L. Registered or bona fide fishermen and farmers engaged in their businesses. M. Businesses licensed to provide security guard services. N. Such other businesses or undertakings as may be specifically exempted in writing by the Commissioner of Police, and the owner or operator of the establishment specified in paragraphs A to N shall adhere to physical distancing protocols. Number 2, all works of construction of any sort, apart from urgent plumbing, electrical, roof repairs, or other emergency repairs for a home or business, shall cease as of 7 p.m. from the 25th day of March 2020.
These are, wow, construction workers and so on would have to halt their construction and so on. It's really serious, and for those of you who are not clear on what the physical distancing is all about and where you fall and what you should do, listen to this.
Physical distancing protocols. Number 6. Every business or establishment must A. Ensure that all customers and staff maintain physical distancing of no less than 6 feet in or outside their businesses. B. Determine the number of persons that may be permitted in the establishment at any one time by permitting one person for every 30 square feet of store space. C. Within 24 hours of the commencement of these regulations, place distance markers 6 feet apart, indicating where each customer must stand on a line at a checkout point. D. Within 24 hours of the commencement of these regulations, place distance markers 6 feet apart on the outside of the establishment, indicating where customers must stand while waiting to enter the establishment. Shelter in place. Number 7, 1. In an effort to prevent the spread of COVID-19, every person shall remain confined to their place of residence, inclusive of their yard space, to avoid contact outside of their family, except A. Essential workers who report to work. B. Workers required to work under Regulation 4 or 5. C. For essential travel to the doctor, grocery store, bank, credit union, money services business, or pharmacy, or to refuel. D. All members of Parliament, the Attorney General, and the Director of Public Prosecution. E. For outdoor exercise, whether alone or together with family members living under the same roof, not exceeding an hour and a half per day, between the hours of 5 a.m. to 6 p.m. Number 2, for the purposes of paragraphs A to E of Subregulation 1, such persons shall ensure at all times to distance themselves at least 6 feet from any other person.
Yep. So these are the regulations. All right. I see that time is running out on us quickly. I would skip one or two things. The Bus Association, probably if we get time, we're going to come back to that. All right. Now, a St. Mark man has been charged with attempted rape. That's right. Mario Ganis is a 23-year-old unemployed man of Bonaire in St. Mark. He was supposed to appear in court today, right? Yes, yes. The St. George's Magistrate Court today. on a charge of attempt of rape. All right. And also, in news from the police, Kenson Dragon, a 40-year-old of Lamode, St. George, has been charged with non-capital murder, and Dragon, who will appear at the St. George's Magistrates Court. He was supposed to go to court today, in fact, so yes, he was in court today. I believe he was in court today. Charged with non-capital murder. He was supposed to attend the St. George's Magistrates Court today. He's alleged to have intentionally caused the death of Troy Dragon, 47 years old, by unlawful harm. And yeah, they are related. Uncle, nephew. Yep. Now, according to reports, the first COVID-19 case in Grenada is still hospitalized. Her conditions deteriorated within the last 24 hours. She was brought in. Alan says, I don't know, somebody like me, how it is that I could get something like that. Well, he maybe know what he's talking about. They say young can dead. But it's like when they was doing up when they was cooking up the thing, COVID-19 wasn't on the list. So here's what's going on with him. Ian says, despite it all, I don't know how this has happened to me. But listen, I don't want to die.
This is Ian Allen. Ladies and gentlemen, today is with sadness that I just found out that I've been tested positive for the COVID-19. Now, very interesting, just to let you know, because I don't know when next you will be seeing me. I came back on the 15th of March. I went to Miami for 2 days. I went Friday and I came back this Sunday along with my family. When I came back, I was okay. Everything was perfect. I got wet on Sunday when I came back, and I was of the opinion that maybe I got the cold or something, but I didn't really take it on. But I never had any symptoms up to now. All my vital signs are perfect and everything. And I went to my doctor over the weekend. In fact, my personal doctor. And lo and behold, I mentioned to him that, I have the little cold and whatnot, and he indicated to me that it's nothing, it's your allergies acting up, and I took medication and whatnot. But looking at the statistics and whatnot, I didn't want to be nothing. I didn't want to, add to anything. Lo and behold, I went to Mount Up last night with no instructions from nobody, nothing. And I did the test for myself. In fact, I told I just wanted to get tested because I just don't want to take no chances. They said all my vital signs are good. I have no fever. I have nothing. They can't see anything. The result just came back that it is positive. So I'm going to make myself available to be quarantined. I've just gotten off the phone with the Minister of Health, Dr. Terence Dial Singh. He instructed me what to do. He said that somebody will come and pick me up, make myself available. Apparently they were calling me, but I don't know what numbers called me after, and because so many people call me after my studio. So not that I'm avoiding anybody. And so that's it. Ladies and gentlemen, if you came back from a trip and maybe you might have symptoms, you might not have anything, just go get tested, please. I can't imagine this will happen to me. I just can't imagine. I can't understand this. Somebody like me, I just can't. I just don't know. I don't know what to do. I'm scared. I just, my family have no symptom. Israel, everybody's good. What have I done? What have I done? I know some of you might be disappointed in me. It was the first time I traveled to Miami in years. with my family, and that's why I did it. They didn't lock down anything as yet. The first time I had issues with my visa, and I just got it. They just fixed it up back and everything was perfect. And I decided, because I just wanted to run away just for 2 days and just have a little fun with Israel and everybody, and that was it. And the people, I don't know. I mean, I've been busy since I come back. I haven't been able to see like my friends.
So basically, that's it. He is very dramatic, as usual, making the announcement. This morning, though, there was this snippet that was being circulated that it said that it came from the Ministry of Health, that Ian lied about this. However, that publication was fake. In fact, he was telling the truth. You know, he was telling the truth, and people thought he had holes in his story based on the way he was kind of animated, you know. So persons questioned whether or not he was telling the truth, but it turned out that he was. In fact, the Ministry of Health, I don't ready for that one yet. The Ministry of Health said that, yeah, you know what, it's like somebody took the letterhead and did the business. But let's get to, so that was serious business, so let's get serious for that one. Yeah, Ian, we feel your pain, you know. We hope that you're going to recover, and all the best to you. All right, bro? All will be well, you know. It's not that serious, bro. You know what I mean? You're good. All right, okay? Okay, next story. What's breaking the internet? Listen, I don't make fun of people. Well, unless... Right? So... after the announcement was made and all that, there came this video, and Grenadians and the people around the world, this right here is breaking the internet.
Go.
Israel?
Keep going. Go.
Israel, I want you to know I love you plenty. I can't come close to you, but I'm going. Alright? And remember, I'll keep this on there. Alright? Izzy, I love you. I love you.
I love you too, Dad. I love you.
Daddy love you, Israel.
I love you too, Dad.
I'm going. Bye, son.
Bye, Dad.
Take it off.
Okay. Mikey, stop. Okay. That was tough on the youth, man. You know, that was really tough on, but it's what's breaking the internet, really, eh? So, yeah, but it's like, it's really tough, the whole thing. I really don't know what to say with that one. Yeah, that one, tough. Why y'all put that out there, though? Like, seriously, you're not able to control the response to it. I don't know why that was out there, really. You know what I mean? Those are moments that are meant to be private. Yeah, it's not like somebody leaked the video. They recorded it. They recorded the thing. They recorded it. Not like it was recorded by accident. Yeah, they recorded it, the whole thing, and still, at the end of it, despite how hard it looks, they still published it. So, yeah, boy. Wow. Anyway, listen, and then I saw a video with his son. Anyway, Ian, get well soon here, partners. All right, good. Okay, Olio, you know we're moving on, eh? The next thing that we have to tell all the boys that Grandma, 95 years old, is the oldest woman to recover from the coronavirus in Italy. So there's hope. We do not have to leave our elderly citizens to die. What kind of plan is that, though? That cannot be a plan by the Almighty. So somewhere along the line, things got a little derailed, and man must put it back in line. Because the people who have served us for over the years needs to die differently. All right? So we'll fix this. We'll fix this. So, oh yeah, I have a little time, I wonder. Yes. So in response to the confirmed case of the COVID-19, and we received that before the announcement by the Prime Minister. Okay. So in response to the confirmed case of the COVID-19, and in keeping with government's protocol on social distancing, the Zone 4 Bus Association has decided to suspend its operations with immediate effect. All right. Because that was, well, when I say immediate effect, because today and then tomorrow they were not supposed to work. Social distancing requires spacing of at least 6 feet apart. This therefore means that we should not carry more than 6 passengers at any one time. Additionally, we are also required to sanitize our buses at regular intervals. These two factors will definitely impact our income. Government has not indicated how or if any assistance will be granted to ease the financial impact of the COVID-19, and we continue to wait on an update. Out of an abundance of caution for our passengers and to ensure that this dreaded virus is contained, we believe it is Grenada's best interest that our services are suspended for the time being until otherwise advised. One case is too many. Let's keep one. Right, so that's what we got from them before the announcement by the Prime Minister. So the announcement by the Prime Minister supersedes everything. All right, so yeah, that's where we are with that. Okay, how are we looking for time? Okay, we're good to go. So what I'm going to do right now, folks, I need to invite you again to share the program, because when you share the program, hey, Michelle, what's going on? How are you? Big up yourself. All right, so yes, when you share the program, that's how other people get to know that we're live. In fact, there are some people who have been sharing, like I've seen some people share and they say nothing, they're quiet, they never say anything on the program, but they share religiously. I want to say thank you for so doing. For persons who are viewing the program for the first time, we have fun on this program every night. Don't make this your first and your last, and don't make the coronavirus the only thing that we have in common. So you know what to do? You need to continue revisiting the program. So we are taking a quick break, folks, and we will be back shortly.
5 things you need to know about self-isolation. Stay home. If you are told to self-isolate, it means staying at home, not going to work, school, or other public places, and you should not have any visitors. Separate yourself. If you live with others, then you need to stay in a well-ventilated bedroom with the door shut. If you have to share a bathroom, then use it after everyone else. Don't share towels and toiletries, as this may put others at risk. Call ahead. If you develop symptoms such as a fever or cough, then seek advice first by calling the Ministry of Health's hotline at 538-4787 or 458-4787. Please do not show up at a medical center or hospital, as this may put others at risk. Take care with waste. If you test positive, your waste should be double bagged and disposed of separately. Create a buddy system. If you live on your own, you can plan with friends and family to check in with each other and run essential errands if one becomes sick. Once sick, they should leave groceries on the doorstep. Why it's important. COVID-19 causes a mild illness for 4 out of 5 persons. Self-isolating will help protect the older generation and those who may have underlying health problems from getting infected.
We enjoy the luxury of a quality water supply. But it can come to this. Have adequate storage.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom
For me and you.
I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. What a wonderful world.
Why not stay in, turn off the alarm clock, and sleep some more on your perfect mattress from Quartz? For the widest range of mattresses from the world's best brands, the best value guaranteed. Shop today and let our sleep experts help you to decide on the best option to suit your needs. At Quartz, we don't just sell mattresses, we're offering you the best night's sleep. So, sleep in a little on your new mattress from Quartz. Quartz, bringing value home.
Are you looking to rent chairs and tables? Then call Waggy T Rentals. We rent tables and chairs for any event. We have 7 different types of chairs: plastic, folding chairs, gray and white, resin white chairs, conference chairs, even Chivari chairs in gold and white. We also rent 6 feet and 8 feet rectangular folding tables, 4 feet and 5 feet round tables, and even cocktail tables. Give us a call at 444-RENT. That's 444-7368. Or visit our office at Frequente Industrial Park, Granite, St. George.
Yes, I thank you very much for that. And folks, what we have for you right now is the National Report.
Prime Minister declares limited state of emergency. We'll have details to this story and more in the National Report. With the details to the news for Wednesday, March 25th, 2020, I am Rikisha St. Louis. Prime Minister of Grenada, Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell, has declared a limited state of emergency effective Wednesday, March 25th. This state of emergency is intended to last 21 days and will curb normal activities, while the Ministry of Health and other health officials deal with alleviating the spread of the coronavirus COVID-19. Prime Minister Mitchell made the announcement during an address to the nation on Wednesday. He said this move to curb activities is not limited to Grenada, but countries all over the world affected by the pandemic are taking stringent measures to ensure the safety of their populace.
This will take effect from 6 p.m. today and will put a limit on the wide range of normal activities. Citizens will be allowed between the hours of 5 a.m. and 7 p.m. every day to leave their homes only to conduct certain designated activities. In the United Kingdom, where the disease is now galloping on a significant pace, and from which our first case and most other cases now in the Caribbean have come, there are now limitations and new sweeping powers given to the police.
Since the announcement of the first confirmed case of the virus, social media has been used by many to cause panic and spread false information. Dr. Mitchell advised against the spread of rumors during this time and encouraged Grenadians to pay attention to official, authentic sources for updates.
This is not the time. There are no heroes in war. And make no mistake, this is indeed a war. And the enemy is COVID-19. Again, I urge you to listen to the official sources such as the government of Grenada and in particular the Ministry of Health for your regular updates. Brothers and sisters, friends all, as a government, we have nothing to gain and everything to lose by withholding critical information from you, the general public.
Prime Minister Mitchell said a National Day of Prayer will be announced during the state of emergency. Following the Prime Minister's national address on the limited state of emergency, the Cabinet of Grenada announced the Emergency Powers COVID-19 Regulations 2020. The regulations highlight what is expected and accepted and penalties in place for non-compliance during the 21 days. All businesses and offices may continue their business operations by allowing their employees to work remotely from home, utilizing virtual means, unless they are permitted to work under Regulation 5 or are designated as being essential workers under Regulation 7. Number 2, where a business is unable to continue its business operations by its employees working remotely from home, the business shall cease its operations. Every non-essential establishment shall remain closed except for pharmacies, banks, credit unions, hotels, hardware stores, doctors' offices, among others. Every non-essential establishment or business shall remain closed except for the following. A. Wholesale or retail grocery stores and commercial bakeries from 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. The first 2 shopping hours to be reserved for seniors, disabled persons, and essential workers. B. Doctors' offices, hospitals, or medical facilities. C. Pharmacies and medical supply establishments. D. Gas stations from 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. E. Hardware stores from 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. F. Hotels, excluding any spas, gyms, discotheques, and restaurants therein. However, such restaurants may offer takeaway or room service. G. Banks, credit unions, and money services businesses from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Mondays to Thursdays and 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Fridays. Businesses that will remain opened are being asked to adhere to the physical distancing protocols. Determine the number of persons that may be permitted in the establishment at any one time by permitting 1 person for every 30 square feet of store space. C. Within 24 hours of the commencement of these regulations, place distance markers 6 feet apart, indicating where each customer must stand on a line at a checkout point. D. Within 24 hours of the commencement of these regulations, place distance markers 6 feet apart on the outside of the establishment, indicating where customers must stand while waiting to enter the establishment. This is the National Report. More news after the break.
COVID-19 spreads from person to person through the droplets that are produced when someone coughs or sneezes, which makes it easy to spread between people in close contact. Now let's get prepared to stay healthy. To reduce your chance of catching or spreading COVID-19, practice these simple everyday preventative measures. Droplets can also land on surfaces, so ensure that you wash your hands frequently for a minimum of 20 seconds or sing the happy birthday song twice. Avoid touching your face, especially your eyes, nose, and mouth. If soap and water are not readily available, use an alcohol-based hand sanitizer with an alcohol content between 60 and 90%. 70% is ideal. When you cough or sneeze, cover your nose and mouth with a flexed elbow or a tissue. Dispose of the tissue immediately and then wash your hands. If you notice someone has a fever and cough or other symptoms of respiratory illness, avoid close contact when possible. Let's all do our part to ensure that each and every Grenadian remains healthy. Our health is our collective responsibility.
Welcome back. Attorney General Dashan Ramdani has cleared the air on a number of concerns that surfaced following the Prime Minister's national address and the announcement of the regulations for the 21-day state of emergency. Mr. Ramdani says, according to the proclamation of emergency declared by the Governor General, which does not contain a specific end period, the state of emergency, in keeping with the Constitution, can last for 21 days. He explained that the duration of the emergency period would have been 7 days if Parliament was sitting.
Every declaration of emergency shall lapse in the case of a declaration made when Parliament is sitting at the expiration of 7 days beginning with the date of publication. So, the fact that there is no end date, once Parliament would have been sitting, the Constitution says that the declaration will lapse in 7 days. In any other case, the Constitution says, at the expiration of 21 days beginning with the date of publication of the declaration, unless it has in the meantime been approved by a resolution of Parliament. What does that mean? It means that if you examine the present circumstances, Parliament is not presently sitting, it is adjourned. In fact, if you look at the definition section of the Constitution, Parliament is presently not sitting because it is adjourned. So here we have a declaration made without an end date by the Governor General, and therefore the provisions of the Constitution kick in. And so when the provisions of the Constitution kick in, it means that you must consider whether Parliament is for sitting or not. Parliament is not now sitting, even though Parliament is alive and well, but not now sitting. And so it is adjourned, and therefore the proclamation of emergency will last for a period of 21 days.
Mr. Ramdani said the emergency period would last for 7 days in the first instance from Wednesday, March 25th, and will be amended following observations and suggestions.
These regulations affect many aspects of life in Grenada. We have imposed many restrictions on movement. We have asked that most persons stay at home to prevent the spread of the virus. These are very challenging times. And because of the many aspects of life that we have affected by these regulations, already my phone is ringing off the hook. I'm sure all media practitioners, all lawyers, their phones are ringing off the hook. We will have to be tweaking some of this as the days go by. I have already spoken to the Bar Association, and I have invited their assistance in this process, that we need to work together, all of us, all of Grenada, to get us past this system, this present moment. We need to work together to point out where certain flexibility could be introduced, certain changes may have to be made. And we expect that within a matter of days we will have to revisit these regulations.
According to Mr. Ramdani, the government and the Ministry of Health will be working closely with the members of the media who are considered essential workers to provide relevant updates on the situation.
Media practitioners are very crucial at this point in time, and they have been recognized by these regulations as being essential workers, and that sector will be given those privileges, and we expect that they will ensure that they observe the social distancing protocol. This is a crucial time for us. We're in a state of emergency, limited as it is, and we ask that everybody try to be careful where you seek your information from. Please tune into the government GIS and the Ministry of Health for your information and your update, as the Prime Minister has cautioned. We need to ensure that we listen to the right sources, and if you have questions, I'm sure you can make contact with the relevant departments and we'll be providing answers.
A call has been made for business owners who are not considered essential to propose to the government how they can adhere to the regulations outlined and minimize the risk of spreading the coronavirus.
Those of you who feel that you can make suggestions to us in relation to your businesses that are not covered by the present regulation that you may want your businesses to be open. Please make contact with the ministries, Ministry of Health, make contact with my office, and we will look at these matters and we will examine them and determine whether we will continue to achieve the underlying objective, which is to minimize contact and avoid a greater disaster.
That story just ended the national report for today, Wednesday, March 25th. On behalf of the entire news team here at the Government Information Service, I am Rakisha St. Louis saying thank you for joining us. Until next time.
So thank you very much, Rakisha, and everybody else who is currently tuned in to the program. And of course, we are going to have another program for you tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be Thursday, right? The week is going slow, like really, very slow. Yeah, boy. Wow. Okay, folks. Let's just tell you this. I think it's in the UK, right? There's this ban out, and persons who stay out for a lengthy period of time, they can track it on your phone, and you are automatically billed through your cell phone bill if you breach. So there's a fine that applies, and so once you're in breach, the fine is applied to your phone. Yo! Because right now you do know that your phone can tell where you are, right? If the mobile companies want to know where you are, of course they'll know. like this is 2020, right? So of course they're going to know where you are. So these are measures that they're taking in the bigger countries. I just saw it online. I thought that was, wow, rather interesting. You have to use technology, you know what I mean? They have to implement that here too. You know what I mean? Anyway, Sherman, Ruth, Ala, Deborah, Zaka, Perry, Angel, Samantha, Lisa, Trevelyn, Veron, Ezran, John, Linton, Mom, Alistair, Meryl, Danica, Irma, Monica, Angel, Rachel, Lucy. Hey, Shanika, what's going on, my girl? What's going down? Big up to my staff at DG Selway. Yeah, big up to the whole team. Yeah, folks, I've been in self-quarantine, like literally, for the past week, and some have not been going out. And if I have to go out, I go out for a very limited reason. So today was probably like the second or third day I've been out for the past week and some, almost 2 weeks. Yeah, exercising the social distancing, of course, and protecting my family from, you know, because you know I move about a lot, and if I'm out there like that, yes, I will likely put my family at risk. So have to exercise a lot of restraint and access news and so on in a different way for now, but we're getting it done. All right, it's just me physically not going out like that. I was in the supermarket yesterday. It felt like I came from a cruise ship because everything looked strange around me. It's like, oh, okay, I felt like a tourist. And you're going to feel more like a tourist even now, more than ever. All right. These measures are put in place so that we can contain the spread of the COVID-19. So let's all play our part. It's not a punishment, rather a necessary evil, so that we can keep our families, our people safe. Because, hey, Jan, no, if we get that thing on our streets, Lord God, you know, please smash up. So, right. I've not received the weather. So, all I can tell you is it's kind of cool outside. Minimum temperature might just be around 23.5 degrees Celsius. That's what it is around this time of the year. Nothing too much to talk about, you know. So, yeah, but they didn't send me the thing, so I'll be in it. If I don't cut all the stuff with all the weather, I'll be in it. You know what I mean? Anyway, folks, have a good one. God bless you and your family. And we shall be back tomorrow, God's willing. And, yeah, bring somebody when they're coming tomorrow, God's willing. All right? Folks, let's do this. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, we all say, ja! No. Be safe, everybody. God bless you. Hey, and by the way, don't forget, if you have not yet done so, please share the program. And a lot of the news stories that you hear on the program, you can find it now on our website. That's MikeyLive.com. See you later.
things you need to know about self-isolation. Stay home. If you are told to self-isolate, it means staying at home, not going to work, school, or other public places, and you should not have any visitors. Separate yourself. If you live with others, then you need to stay in a well-ventilated bedroom with the door shut. If you have to share a bathroom, then use it after everyone else. Don't share towels and toiletries, as this may put others at risk. Call ahead. If you develop symptoms such as a fever or cough, then seek advice first by calling the Ministry of Health's hotline at 538-4787 or 458-4787. Please do not show up at a medical center or hospital, as this may put others at risk. Take care with waste. If you test positive, your waste should be double bagged and disposed of separately. Create a buddy system. If you live on your own, you can plan with friends and family to check in with each other and run essential errands if one becomes sick. Once sick, they should leave groceries on the doorstep. Why it's important. COVID-19 causes a mild illness for 4 out of 5 persons. Self-isolating will help protect the older generation and those who may have underlying health problems from getting infected.
COVID-19 is an infectious disease caused by a new coronavirus introduced to humans for the first time. It is spread from person to person, mainly through the droplets produced when an infected person speaks, coughs, or sneezes. These droplets can land in the mouths or noses of people who are nearby. These droplets are too heavy to travel far in the air at a time that the virus can survive on surfaces is not yet known. So it is wise to clean surfaces regularly, particularly in the vicinity of people infected with COVID-19. Hands touch many surfaces, which can be contaminated with the virus. You should therefore avoid touching your eyes, nose, or mouth, since contaminated hands can transfer the virus from the surface to yourself. When coughing or sneezing, cover your mouth and nose with the bend of your elbow, or use a disposable tissue. If a tissue is used, discard it immediately into a closed bin. The most effective way to prevent the spread of the new coronavirus is to clean your hands frequently with an alcohol-based hand rub or soap and water. This will eliminate the virus if it is on your hands. Stay healthy and prevent the spread of COVID.
We enjoy the